So we're here on one more episode of The Wall, coming to you from GameStation in Queens Village, New York. With me today is one of what I like to call one of the juggernauts, one of the titans of Empire Arcadia. Yes, they're all greats in their own right, but I guess I met you first, Phil. How are you doing? It's KDZ, by the way. Philip Atkinson, KDZ. How are you doing, man?
Surviving.
Surviving,
So,
under the circumstances.
Yeah, it's COVID, so, everyone's surviving in their own way.
Excellent. The first time I saw you, I think, was maybe 2014 or 2015 in Jamaica. You were at a tournament in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Kicking ass and taking names as you always do. That was good. And the last time I saw you was, I think, 2019 in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Nice. What you been up to since then, KDZ?
Comfortably struggling. That's how I like to put it. That's pretty much what everyone's doing right now. I've been, trying to form my friend group and have them go online to Discord, stuff like that. So we still keep in touch every day because you can't see each other, at least in the US, you can't see each other as often in the last year or so.
Right.
So I'm trying to, maintain those relationships, grow new ones, things like that. That's
fair enough. Well, with the whole pandemic and whatnot since last year, how has that affected you as an esports player? How has it affected you personally?
It's affected me greatly. It's affected everyone greatly in the fighting game scene. The fighting game scene essentially exploded. It wasn't set up for online-only tournaments, so when offline tournaments went away, there was just nothing left. So everyone had to find a way to maintain or grow in that situation, because in the fighting game scene, you're always trying to grow. You're always trying to be better than you were the previous day. And it was really difficult when all you had was online play. You didn't have any tournaments to look forward to or train for or anything like that.
So it was like, you would say, like they say, necessity is the mother of creation. So the scene, not just you, the scene itself kind of found a way, because there's lots of online things going on right now, right?
Yeah, it was forced to evolve.
Well, how was the transition for you? Because you are more accustomed to face-to-face, like you're seeing your opponents and whatnot in the arena, right?
Yeah.
How has it changed? What has it been for you?
Incredibly difficult. So for the first 6 months, I was definitely in denial. I was like, you know what? They're going to figure out a way to get these to start. So I'm not playing any online whatsoever. And as the months rolled on, I'm like, nothing's changing.
Yeah, you got to get with the program.
Absolutely nothing's changing. So I then slowly started playing online games. So when I'm a very controlled player. When I play, I want to be able to control my character to the maximum. And online, you're not afforded that. There's always going to be a little bit of a delay. You have to accept that you won't always be in the position you want to be in. You won't always punish the way you want to. So it was incredibly frustrating when I was playing at first, because I really didn't play any online beforehand. I played maybe once a month for a little while. So I was trying to play every day, and usually around the third or fourth person I played against online, I had to turn it off for my mental sanity. I was like, okay, I know that I would have punished that, or I would have won that match if it was offline. You know what? We're just gonna try again tomorrow. And I just kept resetting until I got more and more games in every day. But it took months.
Fair enough. Now, former EVO world champ, you are primarily known, at least as far as I know, for fighting games. But have you considered branching off into any other genre and excelling? Oh no, I saw you playing League of Legends in Jamaica, actually. So
yeah, I'm physically addicted. I was physically addicted to League of Legends. So the two games that I played were the highly competitive ones, League of Legends and Counter-Strike. And Riot Games, the ones who make League of Legends, they created a Counter-Strike competitor called Valorant.
Okay then.
And when that game came out, it came out at the start of the pandemic. It was supposed to come out later, in 2019, but they saw that the pandemic was happening, and they rushed it. They brought it out in the beginning, almost like a beta, and they just kept it going. So I started playing that from the beta, and I just kept playing it. That's where a lot of my time went, especially in those first 6 months, because I wasn't playing fighting games.
Right. So would you say that you are as good at Valorant as you are at, let's say, a top fighting game?
Absolutely not.
Good enough, eh?
No, in fighting games, I have been #1 in the world, and I'm nowhere near that. I'm nowhere near that in shooting games.
Fair enough.
I'm a diamond player, which is the third highest rank, because there's Radiant, which is the top, I think, 100 people or 500 people, something like that. And then there's Immortal. Immortal is I guess the next 1,000 or so, and then I'm below that. But as the game's been going on, I've been rising because I didn't start off there.
Fair enough. I'm sure you weren't the first day you picked up, let's say, a Street Fighter game. You weren't the greatest. You eventually evolved, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, like, tell me then, that's you personally, like Empire Arcadia on a whole, how is the online scene treating Empire Arcadia? Because what I do notice in my limited capacity from the outside, you guys are still moving, you guys are still growing, separate and apart from what's going on in Jamaica. So clearly, it's not really that bad, is it? Because you guys are kind of involving with the times, with the situation, right?
Yeah, there were several players who already played online, so they were they're already ready for this.
Just that you weren't into that.
Yeah, like I was stubborn. I was just a stubborn old player.
Fair enough.
And I'm the one who had to catch up with the players who were already practicing and learning and playing online. They already dealt with those frustrations. I kind of had to figure that out.
And figure it out you did. Tell me, how do you feel about the movements taking place right now in Jamaica on Triforce's side? What he's doing in Jamaica with the Valkyries, as I know that he has the male players are the Knights of Arcadia, right? That's all the male players.
Yeah.
And also, okay, fine. And all the females are the Valkyries. How do you feel about their growth and what they're doing and their expansion and their experiments, for lack of a better word?
I mean, their expansion, their growth has been explosive. Like, I couldn't believe how popular they got in such a short time. Because the pandemic really made people, be on their computers more, watch streams more, things like that. They had more time. And with that time, they chose what they wanted to watch. And apparently what they want to watch are the Valkyries.
How do you feel about would you say that female gamers are getting a fair shake in this industry? I know it was always bad, but do you think it's actually improving, even aside from the Valkyries, from your point of view?
So that one is a tough question because it's always improving, but we want it to be better. We always want it to be better. We want it to be equal. We want them to be held up the same way that the male gamers are held up.
I agree.
And we don't want them to have these barriers and hurdles that keep getting thrown in front of them. So until that happens, I'm gonna say that they're not where they should be. I hope that more growth happens.
I hope so as well. But what are some of your future plans, KDZ? Like moving forward, what do you see ahead of you? Like, let's say not even too far down the road, a year or 2 years from now, based on the current situation, the way things. America, in my opinion, is opening up really nicely. In comparison to where I'm from. In your opinion, what do you see moving forward in this? Quote unquote new normal?
If you had asked me 6 months ago, I would tell you I have absolutely no idea. I think I'm going to be trapped in my house forever. But things like several majors have started to be announced. So I'm hoping that in like a year or two, some limited availability majors are back, especially if people, social distance properly, things like that. Things that would help organizers feel more comfortable about throwing their events again.
Right.
And hopefully the last year, because a lot of organizers had to eat the costs because their contracts did not say that the pandemic would excuse them from payments.
There you go.
So I'm hoping that some of my favorites really didn't get hit too hard and they're able to survive and thrive in 2022.
You came to Jamaica back in the days.
Yeah.
That was your first time, right?
Yeah.
And you, from what I remember, you kicked ass as usual. Do you have any plans of coming back? Would you like to come back?
I would love to come back. I love the culture, the people, the food. Oh, I love it so much.
I'm telling you, try the Arcadia Sawfish next door.
Yeah, he was telling me, okay, so next door, there's a Jamaican place. There's a Jamaican food place. And I was asking him, I got jerk chicken, and I got, what was it? I got jerk chicken.
And the curry goat. You got
curry goat. Yeah. And I was asking him what I should get. And as a pescatarian, he was telling me ackee and saltfish, that I should try that. So that's going to be the...
Brother, pescatarian or not?
Oh, no matter what?
No matter what.
Okay.
You could be a cannibal. You got to try the ackee and saltfish.
Okay, ackee and saltfish. We'll rice some peas, some vegetables, some plantains. Okay.
Well, this was short and sweet, KDZ, but it was a pleasure having you here. I never actually had a one-on-one interview with you before, so I'm really happy to have done this. It's always nice seeing you. I think this is the 4th time I'm actually seeing it. Twice in New York, once in Jamaica, and then no. Pleasure having you, KDZ. Thank you for passing through on another episode of The Wall on the Lab Video Game TV here at GameStation in Queens Village. Guess what? Nothing's changed. Our game is never over.